Salut! In this video, I'm going to be talking about the CFE tax, contribution foncière des entreprises. So this one is a business tax, and I know that as we get at the end of the year, we're just fed up of paying taxes in France. In September, we had the personal income tax that we had to pay. In October, we had the tax foncière if you own a property in France and you live in France. And if you don't live in France, you had the taxe d'habitation, which so both were personal taxes. And now we get the business tax called CFE, Contribution Foncière des Entreprises. So in this video, I'm going to explain what is the CFE tax and what it goes towards. I'm going to remind you of the timescale in order to check that tax and pay it. And finally, I will show you how to create your account and how to go and check and pay that CFE tax. So what is CFE? CFE stands for Contribution Foncière des Entreprises, and it's a small tax that any business in France has to pay towards the local authorities, whatever the size of the business, whether you're a sole trader, entreprise individuelle, micro-entrepreneur, whether you're a French incorporated business, or sans SASU, you have to pay that CFE tax from your second year in business. So just a reminder, for a sole trader such as entreprise individuelle, micro-entrepreneur, your calendar year or your first business year is from 1st of January to 31st of December, and your second calendar year is the year after. So if you created your business in 2023, you exonerated for your first year, so 2023, and you will pay it in 2024. So always you have an exoneration for your first business year and you pay it from the year after. So if you watch this video in the future, just always refer to the year you created your business, you don't pay that CFE tax, and you pay it from your second year. The only reason after that you would benefit from CFE exoneration is if your yearly turnover is below 5,000 euros. And in this case, normally it should be done automatically, but if it hasn't, then you have to write your tax office to say or to confirm that your yearly turnover was below 5,000 euros, and therefore you would like to benefit from the exoneration. So what is the timescale for the CFE tax? So we're going to be getting this bill around the end of October, early November. And unfortunately, we're not going to get it through the post. This bill is only posted onto your business impogouv.fr account. So if you haven't created it yet, you want to start by doing this. Book some time to go and create your impogouv.fr account at the name below. So you have to create this account because this is where the CFE tax will be posted. There's no paper. Don't expect it in your mailbox. It won't happen. It's only there. And if you miss the deadline, that's your fault because you didn't create the account. So basically in November, we have to log in. End of October, November, you have to log in, check if this year's bill has been posted. You go and check it, and then you check the amount, and then you have to go and validate the payment. Just a reminder that your ImpogouV account, when you create it, you have to link it to a bank account. It doesn't mean the money is taken already, because each time you validate, you have to validate the tax, and then you have to validate the payment. So before you validate the tax and the payment, make sure that the bank account you've added onto your business ImpogouV account is the one that you're happy for the tax to be taken from. You create the ImpogouV account. Second step, you check the CFE bill. It might take a few days or a few weeks still to be posted, and you will see it's by year. So you will see 2023, 2024, 2025. You click on that and you check the amount. And I can't say once you're happy with it, once you say, okay, that's how much I have to pay, you validate the payment, and then it tells you when the payment will be taken. And usually the payment is going to be taken much later. It's going to be taken around the 15th or the 16th of December of this year. So you validate the payment now, but the money will be taken on the 15th or 16th of December. So just make sure in your calendar or on your bookkeeping, you know that the money is available on that bank account when you have to pay it. So I'm going to pause here, and in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to go and check your bill. If you're a micro-entrepreneur, I'm showing you how to create your business ImpogouV account, how to go and add your bank account, how to check your bill, and how to pay it on my course, Manage Your Micro-Entrepreneur. So whether you go for the self-tuition or whether you go for the group session in November and March, you'll have access to this. Just after this, I'm showing you an extract of a video which is from one of my courses, where I'm actually showing you where to go and look for that CFE bill, because it's quite difficult to navigate that website. The user interface is pretty bad, so don't be surprised. That's just my just little reminder here or disclaimer, is that the video I'm showing you next was recorded in 2022 for the bill was recorded for the bill in 2022. So don't be surprised if it doesn't show this year. It's because it was recorded in the past, but it's still the same process as you're going to follow this video to go and check the information. And it shows you the kind of information I share within my courses, where you really have those how-to videos that you can just watch and pause. I've logged into a business impôt gouv account, and you can recognize the pretty ugly user interface. It's not a very easy website to navigate. You have the information about the business. Basically, here we want to go under Mes services, and we're going to be clicking on Avis CFE. So here, they just give you a lot of information, and it's not naturally very obvious. We're going to go here. We have accès aux avis de CFE. Sorry, I'm going to click on here, and now I have a history of all the past turnover, all the past CFE bills, and basically it's someone who's been in business for quite a few years. So you have the, if you want to go and check the amount that you had in the previous years, but it shows for the year 2022 the amount that is due. So it says when it has to be paid, it will be paid on the 15th of December of that year, and this is the amount at the end. The amount for that business is 243 euros. So I'm going to click on that bill, and it's going to show me what it looks like. So you have the summary of that business, and it does confirm that that tax is taken by the tax office, and it goes to EPCI. EPCI is a groupement of local communes that work together, agglomération. Also goes to a chambre de commerce, chambre de métier. And it gives a summary of the business. Here you should find your details, and you have the amount to pay. I'm afraid you can't negotiate it. Here we have an amount, and we're going to pay it because we don't have a choice. So just above here you can see payer, so I'm going to click on that. So for that particular account, this person did add their bank details to pay. I usually recommend that in the video where we set up the account. I did show you how to add the bank account, so just do that first. So here it basically gives the details of your bank account. Are you sure that's the bank account that you want to use? That's okay. You have to tick that box to confirm that you allow the tax office to take money from that bank account, but basically you're allowing them to take that CFE. You're not allowing them to take anything, you allow them to take the CFE amount. Each time you pay the tax office, they actually ask to validate the payments, validate the fact that they can take the money from your bank account. For instance, for your VAT, they will ask you each time. So you are allowing them to take the money for your CFE. And here you have to add the bank account that is associated to the account that you're logging in. So the email address you use for your business impôt gouv account. I'm just taking the time to type it. Okay, so we're ready, and we're just going to click on continue, and again it just says, okay, you're about to finalize the payment for your CFE tax. This is the amount, 243 euros. It will be taken from such a bank account. Are you sure you want to do it? So yes. And again, as well, as soon as you use the impôt gouv account, you always want to download a copy. So you have the mandate. You can download, either take a screenshot or take a PDF. So we'll take a PDF, so I have a confirmation that I did validate it in time for that person. And it does here say below the amount, when will the money be taken? So I did say the payment was taken from the 15th of December, and here it does state it will be taken on the 16th of December. Usually when the tax office, whether it's for your VAT or CFE, mention the payment date, you can be sure it will be on time. So it's nice for you to plan for your cash flow and add it in your expenses report on your accountancy software, so you do know when it comes out. So that's it. That's done for the CFE payment. It was as easy as that. So that took me 7 minutes while I did explain how to do it for you. You could also do this, which is adhérer au prélèvement à l'échéance, which basically you allow paiement à l'échéance is you allowing them to take the payment when it's due. So for instance, if I did this for this person, basically every 15th of December, they would take the amount from the business bank account number, without asking them. So for my entrepreneurs, I just prefer when you go on, you check the amount, you validate the payment. I don't really recommend CPA or the automatic payment, because you may not know what the amount is, and if it's not on your bank account, then you're in trouble. So I prefer people to go and check, validate the payment, validate the amount, validate the payment. Et voilà, this is what you need to know about the CFE, contribution foncière des entreprises, and you now know where you need to go and look in order to check that bill and pay it. Just remember to to print or keep PDF copies of the bill and the proof of payment, because sometimes the website isn't so easy to navigate. You think you've paid and you haven't. So to me, print a copy of the page where it says that you have validated the payment, and remember to save the money for the payment that will be taken in December from the bank account that you linked to your ImpôGouv account. Voilà, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. À bientôt.